This is the news in detail on the hour from the WOR newsroom. The American inflation ship is still sailing on. President Nixon acknowledged today that the fight against inflation has not been won. In his statement on wage price controls, the president said there will be no freezes of wages and prices and no rollbacks. Treasury Secretary George-Shultz read Mr. Nixon's statement in which he explained the reason for rejecting price freezes. The president gave the example of meat prices. He said if they were frozen or rolled back, customers wouldn't be boycotting meat today, but would instead be storming the supermarkets to be the first in line for the scarce supply of meat. The president said the nation must have greater food production to stop increasing food prices. Turning to the big companies, there is a new price increase policy, and Secretary Shultz outlined it.
All large firms who wish to increase their prices at a rate higher than 1.5% per year must pre-notify the Cost of Living Council so that the council can look that over and see if intervention is called for. We feel that this is an additional and helpful tool in the stabilization effort.
A gasoline problem for New York City's taxi cab fleets. Today, the Mobile Oil Company notified the fleet cab industry that it will cut off their bulk gas supplies at the end of this month. Mobile is a major supplier for 70 fleets in the city. The president of the Metropolitan Taxi Cab Board of Trade denounced Mobile's action as a move to divert gas to company-owned stations where it can be sold at a higher rate. Meanwhile, New York State Attorney General Louis-Lefkowitz has some legal questions on his mind about oil company claims that they don't have enough gasoline to sell to independent dealers while supplying the company gas stations. Lefkowitz commented,
I am prepared to say there's a serious question in my mind whether, in fact, it's that short, if it does exist, to warrant what they're doing.